Now, if I go up there, I potentially gotta get hit in the face with a brick too. Who the fuck?
I told you, ladies, they tell on themselves. Didn't they tell us that they were supposed to be our protectors? Aren't men trying to always shut us up by saying, well, who's gonna protect you if you stop dealing with men? Now that this Rose situation happened, they're starting to tell the truth. They're not protectors, y'all. These are some of the comments from the post, and I kid you not, almost every comment back to back is like this. Bro gained a follower. Ain't no way I'm getting hit with no brick. Family and friends strictly. If I don't know you, good luck. Even Batman gets beatings. Who am I? Perfectly said, honestly. One guy called me a sociopath for saying I only protect family and friends and not a random person. I'm not Superman, dog. Independent women, purr. And I could keep going and going and going. Remember, ladies, they always tell on themselves. So make sure you're listening.
That is the lack of provision and protection. So we'll see who tires out faster. Will it be the women because they won't receive...
Protection from who? Protection from who? That's what I fucking want you to answer. Because the only answer you can give is protection from men. So you are threatening to withhold what minimum protections men have offered from other men? Wow. My God. People should really think this whole movement thing. And women love to go to work, and we love to pay for our own shit. And honestly, do you know how happy women are going to be when they aren't popping out your fucking children to take care of anymore? Like, bro. And if we do decide to have children, because we can do that without your asses, the community we will build to aid each other. Enjoy.
Hey fam, welcome back to my channel. So today we will be talking about the 4B movement. Men retaliating, men reacting. I have a couple of videos for us to watch on what men have to say about that. Some men are not happy. They're talking about the whole red pill stuff. Some men are of the opinion that this movement is not going to work. Let's talk about the video clips you just watched. Those video clips were men talking about how women are going to lose protection if they embark on this 4B movement thingy. And we're not going to protect them and all that. And they also made reference to an incident that happened in New York City. There has been a trend of women getting attacked, and in one of them video, the men in the comment section were like, why should I go ahead and protect a stranger? But it's still the same men that said they are out there to protect us from other men, from men that have lost their brain cells, from men that are acting irrational and all that. So right now, men are not protective anymore. They are angry at the whole feminism stuff. And right now, women are already embarking on the 4B movement in the US, and men are really angry. What exactly is this 4B movement all about?
While 4B's adherents may hope to change society through demonstrations and online activism and by modeling an alternative lifestyle to other women, they are not trying to change the men whom they view as their oppressors. And this is my favorite part of the 4B movement. They don't give a goddamn about what the men's is doing. They don't care. They are checking out completely. And I love that for them. They're not sitting here trying to change men. They're not sitting here trying to explain to men why they're so bad and how weaponizing competence and you guys need to do better and be partners to your... They're not doing all that. They're not pleading with men to act right. They say, y'all want to act like fools? Do it by yourself. And I respect them for that. And I too adhere to 4B. I don't know what the 4B hand sign is. I don't know which one it is.
Recently in Korea, young feminists launched the 4B movement. Bihon, Bichusan, Bionir, Besik, sorry, I don't know how to pronounce it, meaning refusal for heterosexual marriage, childbirth, romance, and sexual relationships. The 4B movement encompasses not only the criticism of the pro-natalist turn in state policy and protest against it, but also various forms of self-help discussions and practices that are explicitly oriented towards women's individual futures. Here are videos from men in the US giving their thoughts on why they think the 4B movement might not work. They said some of the pick-me girly might sabotage it, and the other man spoke about red pill. Let's go ahead and hear what they have to say.
The 4B movement is going to force men to be red pill. It doesn't matter if you're single, married, in a relationship. You're going to be forced to be a red pill brother, man. And if you're already a red pill man right now, this 4B movement is a victory for us, because everything that we've said, every boundary that we set, that's what we meant. And this is why they have to do what they have to do. You understand what I'm saying? Because we told them we don't want no old single mothers. We don't want women with high body counts. And so with that being said, like, they have to do this, guys. You have to understand this is a victory for men. Because listen, we know that the majority of the women who are talking all this about the 4B movement, they've hit the wall. They're over 30. They had children before they got married. They've never been married, but they got children. And they got a high body count, bro. You know what I'm saying? So they're doing us a favor.
Let's have a look at what women think about this video in his comment section. Victory for men, you're so busy banding together with your fellow men that you don't even attempt to understand women. Come together with women, attempt to find a common ground to create a peaceful. Men are going to choose the red pill regardless of what women are doing. You all prove every day that you take joy in women being hurt, so might as well do what brings us the most peace. You don't seem to understand that the 4B movement means that these women aren't single mothers. They are women who are not going to be wanting to procreate. So you have no clue of what the movement means. It's okay. You and your fellow red pill men can sleep and date each other. Finally, be who you are.
All right, this one, let me tell y'all something. Let me tell y'all my thoughts on the 4B movement thing. First of all, the 4B movement, which was started in 2019 by women in South Korea, they don't want anything to do with men at all. It doesn't matter if the men are good, bad, horrible, whatever. They are restricting sexual access. They're not marrying, not going on dates with men, period. Because what their movement is based in is a rejection of quote unquote conservative values over there. Now I'm gonna just say this. The 4B movement is not gonna work in the United States of America. It's not. And the reason it's not going to work in the United States of America, for one, is you will always have small sections of pick-meshas that will still give Pookies and Ray Rays access to the draws. I mean, I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. It's not going to work. As long as you have a small cauldron of women giving up the draws to the Pookies, the Ray Rays, whatever the case may be, the 4B movement is dead. You understand me? It is dead on arrival in the West. Now, what I have always told women is that women really have, the 4B movement actually does demonstrate how powerful women really are. What I mean by that is this. I have always told women in my content, ladies, imagine what would happen if every woman in the United States said to even get close to me, to even gain sexual access to me, to even have that as a possibility. You have to demonstrate to me that you have a high income skill, or that you're working to obtain a high income skill. You have a certificate, college education, some sort of business, something that shows stability in mental state, income, and have good moral character. And if they display that, and also they have to display a willingness to exclusively deal with you. They don't, because monogamy is going to be more successful than polygamy, and that's my opinion. Y'all can disagree with me all you want. I don't really give a shit. The fact of the matter is, we don't have men actually acting as if they care about women, and a small percentage of women act like men are just an economic resource. We need each other if the human race is going to survive. It is a stupid ideology. Yes, I said it. It is a stupid ideology to think that you can have a world without men. It is a stupid ideology to think you can have a world without women. That is the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. We need each other for the propagation, if nothing else, for the continuation of the human race, at the minimum. So the 4B movement in South Korea, however, is rooted in simply saying, we don't need men, period, which is just, it's insane to me. The 4B movement is not going to work in the West, but it does show how powerful women actually are. You dig?
Here are reactions from women in his comment section. It's working. They told us to pick better, and better is choosing ourselves, staying single and celebrate. Babe single, carefree, happy, got my own money, mine, celibate, no kids, no stress, no drama. Well, we are giving it a try, and so far it's working perfectly. Can't wait to see the rest of the results. I'm 8 years celibate, and this is better than any relationship I've ever been in.
This one, let me tell y'all something. Let me tell y'all my thoughts on the 4B movement thing. that boast that he goes on to say how it's not going to work in the United States. My friend, it is already working. You all have made so much content. You men have made so much content and so many comments, like distressed comments about it. And it's just a twinkle in women's eyes right now. They just barely started talking about it. And you guys can't even, get your words out. You're so flustered about the entire idea of it. I've seen such aggressive and perplexed comments the last couple days. And again, this just started. So I think it's definitely going to work if Women in America decide to go through with it. And it already is. Just the thought of it is freaking you all out. And you guys are making content to reassure each other that nothing will happen. I feel like I'm back in college reading Lysistrata for the first time. This is so funny. You all are so funny.
You are the exact reason why women don't want to F with men. You are the problem. But you're like, this ain't going to work in America. Oh no, no one's going to want to sleep. But if you got some, hussies, then your whole idea is broken. You can have the hussies. The real women don't want you. You understand that? Real women, women of quality, women with self-respect, they don't want you. They're never gonna want you because they know they don't ever need you. They got a battery operated man and he's always ready and he has no insecurities. But you are the most insecure man on earth.
Can't protect us, you're a threat to us, and you're not providing anything.
First of all, she's 100% right. Go back and watch her original video. But what I love most about this whole bullshit idea from all these alpha bro, sigma, whatever, is this idea that if women don't start complying, we're gonna start killing them off and selling them like chattel. Oh, you mean more than you already are? But let's assume for a moment that you do start killing women even more aggressively than you already are. You do realize that's not going to make them more compliant, right? If anything, that's going to make them more powerful. Because guess what? Now there will be even less women to go around than there already are. Because now all these alpha sigma men are now going to have to start competing for whatever women are left. And I know you do bros don't like sharing women. You actually want to have multiple wives. Well, guess what? There's not enough women to go around for one man. There's not enough women for one man. It's actually going to be more likely women are going to be the ones with multiple husbands, not the other way around. And the best part is we don't even have to look far or do any research or studies into whether or not this would actually happen. Because it's already happening in China right now. In China, there are 30% more men than there are women. And because of this, men have to compete with each other just to get a date with any woman that is left. Do you realize that in China, it is actually a prerequisite to already own a home before a woman would go on a date with? Most of y'all are still living in an apartment or with your parents. You don't stand a goddamn chance in China. Not only that, but it is actually expected that you would give a woman jewelry on the first date. That jewelry is hers. You have to own a home and give expensive gifts on the first date before a woman will even think about doing anything with you. So if you start trying to get rid of all the women in America, guess what? There's not going to be enough to go around. You're going to have to either start competing or start sharing. And all those dude bros that say, well, I'm going to be rich and powerful one day. No, you need to be rich and powerful today. Today, if you want a chance with a woman after doing all this bullshit. So yeah, unfortunately, some of you are going to die alone. And not only is there nothing you can do about it, you're actively making the situation worse. So your only options are to either become a better man that women want, not whores, not bitches, women. Start becoming somebody that women want. Maybe get ready to die alone like you probably do deserve. Or maybe you're going to have to consider switching teams. Or hell, maybe even play on both teams. Increase your chances. It's the 2020. More people should be bisexual. Grow up. But yeah, I just love how these uneducated fucks can only do short-term thinking and not even logical short-term thinking. So yeah, I hope you fucks are ready and start dying alone, because the rest of us are going to be thanking women for spending their time with us. Good luck and get fucked.
Here is what the population graph in China from 2013 to 2023 by gender looks like. The blue one represents male, the black line represents female. You can pause this video and have a closer look so you'll be able to deduce what the right percentage is. In traditional mainland Chinese culture, there are certain expectations for a man who wishes to marry a Chinese woman. These expectations may include demonstrating financial stability, showing respect for the woman's family, being responsible and mature, and potentially having a home or property. Additionally, the man may be expected to provide a certain level of financial security for the woman and any future children. It's important to note that these expectations can vary based on individual families and regions within China. The modern practices may differ from traditional expectations. So those were reactions from both men and women regarding the 4B movement. Currently, people are speculating that men are already retaliating to the 4B movement, especially in New York City. There has been a trend of women getting punched in their faces in New York City, and people are saying that that's as a result of the 4B movement, and those are men retaliating.
Oh, I just got punched in the face. This is not funny, but it is like funny. You guys, I was literally just walking and a man came up and punched me in the face.
I'm literally trying not to cry, but like, I just realized I was part of a group of women that got punched.
Yeah, listen, so I have fallen victim to the men in New York City.
I'm like shaking, trying to tell this story, but if you know me, I don't share my personal life on the internet, especially things that are traumatic. But too many videos have been made about what's going on for me not to speak out. I was punched in the head in New York City.
What the fuck did you do that for? No, I'm not for him.
I literally got punched by some man on the sidewalk. So last week I was assaulted in New York City, as you can kind of see here.
I was assaulted by a man in New York City a couple hours ago.
I posted a video about how I was punched in the face by a man in the Union Square area, and the comments I've been receiving are sickening at best. It's unfortunately very clear that there are men out there that are seeking out violence against women, and not only that, even the ones that aren't, they're celebrating it. Why is it we're talking about getting punched in the face and people like this will say that we're ungrateful? They did everything for us, and because we're not bowing down to them, that's the retaliation? It's just such weird logic. And like this one, how they said we didn't listen the first time, it's very clear that they're striking back because they have lost power over women, because now we have bank accounts and we can vote, and we've chose to not let people like that into our lives because it's not only toxic, but it's dangerous. It's just really sad and sick that there are probably a group of men organizing this on some Reddit thread somewhere. It's just crazy to think how many things have been ruined by men. Some men. I know there are good ones out there, but the men like this just make everyone look bad, and it makes everyone a threat. I just want to live my life, coexist, not harm anyone, and not worry about getting punched in the face for not paying attention at every given moment. Why is it the mentally ill men only go after women? I love New York, it's always been my home, but if there's a woman-only community, sign me up. I'm so there, because I just want to live in peace, not fear. I don't want someone to ask me what I'm wearing because I was I'm so over it. And all of you men who left comments like that, you should be ashamed of yourself. I know your mom's ashamed of you, your sisters, your aunts. It's despicable.
That's very sad. Let's talk about the Reddit thread she made mention of. Let me have a quick read. This is called Chick Picking. There's a Discord server where people post where they see girls working, and first to get a video punching them wins $50. Thousands playing. This is insane. People have lost their mind. So let me quickly see what people are saying in her comment section. Men don't want women to talk about the male violence because it makes the men look bad, and they then blame women for that too. It's misogyny. Men are trash. Every person on this planet was grown in a woman's womb, and these men are out here so oblivious and ungrateful like children. Maybe we can start dick picking and get $50 for a not kick video. Men are very strange creatures. One of these days they are going to meet the wrong girl and will buy her hands. LOL.
City is getting so much more dangerous, especially for women. A random man swung on my girlfriend in the street, and I was in the car watching it happen because she just got out of the car, and I guess he didn't know that I was with her. So I jump out of the car, I start fighting the guy. Here's a quick clip.
I saw it. Stop.
Luckily I was there because I don't know what would have happened if I wasn't there. But the general gist of it is we were swinging on each other. He's grabbing me, he's grabbing my sweater a lot, and he pulls my sweater like kind of over my head a bit. I trip down a curb, I end up on the floor, and he runs off. We called the cops, we filed a report and all that stuff, but it's just super unfortunate the fact that there's people out there just like swinging on random women, trying to hurt women. This here is his face, so if you see him, definitely call the cops and report him. He has a big scar on his face, which is really distinct. But be safe out there, you know, keep pepper spray in your pocket and be aware of your surroundings.
So guys, this is all I have for you guys in this video. What you think about the 4B movement, men retaliating, women getting punched and all that. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Feel free to share with me in the comment section, and I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.